It was one of those cold, sleepless nights, the kind where the moon looked tired, and the rain kept whispering secrets against the diner's fogged-up windows. Inside Rosie's 24-hour diner, the smell of burnt coffee and buttered toast filled the air. The place was nearly empty except for a few truckers and a jukebox that hadn't played right in years. Behind the counter stood Emily Dawson, a young waitress barely 23, her blonde hair tied into a messy ponytail, her apron wrinkled and stained from another exhausting double shift. She'd been working here since she was 16, trying to save enough to get out of this dusty town. Emily's mother was sick, her bills were piling up, and her dreams, well, they had taken a back seat to survival. But even on the worst nights, she smiled. She had to. The bell over the door jingled suddenly. 3 men walked in. Loud. Reeking of alcohol. The kind of men who didn't know the meaning of respect. The leader, a tall tattooed man with a smirk that could curdle milk, slammed his palm on the counter. "Hey sweetheart," he said, leaning forward, "how about some coffee for me and my boys?" Emily swallowed her unease. "Of course, sir." He chuckled. "Sir? Oh, I like that." The other 2 laughed as she poured their drinks, pretending not to notice their eyes following her every move. She'd dealt with rude customers before, but something about them made her skin crawl. As she placed the cups down, one of them reached out, brushing her wrist. "You missed a spot, darling. Maybe come a little closer so I can show you where." She froze. Then, gently pulled her hand away. "Please don't touch me." The leader snorted. "Oh, come on. We're just having fun. You should smile more." "Yeah," another one said, smirking. "Serve us Btch. That's your job, right?" The diner went quiet. The truckers at the corner looked away, pretending not to see. Nobody wanted trouble. Emily's heart raced. "If you don't stop, I'll have to ask you to leave." The leader leaned closer. "And what are you gonna do if we don't?" Her throat tightened. Her hands trembled as she backed away, gripping the edge of the counter for balance. Then, the bell jingled again. A gust of cold wind rushed in as 4 men entered, wearing black leather jackets with patches that read, "Iron Saints MC." They were big. Bearded. The kind of men you didn't mess with. The room shifted instantly, the kind of shift you feel, like the air itself decided to take sides. The tallest one, Logan Miles, scanned the room with sharp, calm eyes. His voice was quiet, but it carried weight. "Everything okay here, miss?" Emily hesitated. "It's fine." The leader of the thugs snorted. "Mind your own business, old man. We're just talking." Logan's jaw tightened. Didn't sound like talking. The biker next to him, Ryder, stepped forward. "We just came for some pie and peace. Don't make us lose our appetite." The leader stood, puffing his chest. "You think we're scared of you leather boys?" The diner fell silent. Even the jukebox stopped humming. Logan walked slowly toward the counter, his boots echoing with each step. He looked at Emily, then at the men. His voice dropped lower. "Apologize to the lady. Then walk out." The thug laughed. "And if we don't?" Logan didn't move. He just stared. A stare so cold, so steady, that the laughter faded like air leaking from a balloon. Ryder cracked his knuckles. Another biker, Ghost, stood behind him, silent but ready. The tension thickened. The thugs shifted nervously. Finally, the leader muttered, "This place isn't worth it." They tossed a few bills on the counter and stormed out. As the door slammed shut, Emily exhaled shakily. She hadn't realized she'd been holding her breath. Logan turned to her. "You okay?" She nodded, blinking away tears. "Yeah, thank you." He gave a small nod. "You shouldn't have to thank anyone for being treated like a person." He and his group sat down in the booth. Near the window. When Emily brought their coffee, she whispered, "You didn't have to do that." Logan met her eyes. "We did. The world's got enough cowards already." Something about his tone, calm, protective, made her chest tighten. She felt seen for the first time in a long time. That night, as the rain eased, Emily watched them leave, their bikes roaring into the dark. She didn't even know their last names. But she would never forget the way they made her feel, safe 2 weeks later, Emily was wiping down tables after another long shift when she noticed something strange. The same black motorcycles, Iron Saints MC, parked outside. Her heart fluttered. When they walked in, Logan smiled faintly. "Evening, miss." She smiled back. "Coffee and pie again?" "Wouldn't miss it." They sat, chatting quietly. Emily noticed how polite they were, saying thank you, tipping well, treating her with respect. But just as things felt calm, the bell jingled again. And this time, trouble walked back in. The same three thugs, angrier, drunker, and louder. The leader slammed his fist on the counter. "You called your biker boyfriends on us last time, huh?" Emily froze. "Please just leave." "Oh, we ain't leaving. Not till we get an apology." Before she could respond, Logan stood up. The other bikers followed, silent but firm. The thug sneered. "Oh look, the knights in shiny leather." Logan didn't speak. He just stepped between Emily and the men. "You're done here." One of the thugs shoved him. "Make us." It happened fast, too fast. The sound of a chair scraping, a punch landing, glass shattering. Logan didn't fight to hurt, he fought to protect. Within seconds, the three men were on the floor or stumbling out the door, cursing into the night. Emily stood there, trembling. "You didn't have to." Logan shook his head. "Yeah, we did." The diner owner called the cops. When they arrived, Logan and the others didn't leave. They gave statements, made sure Emily was okay, and only then prepared to go. Before leaving, Emily ran outside. "Wait." Logan turned. She held out a paper bag. "It's breakfast. For tomorrow. You didn't even get to finish your pie." He smiled, taking it gently. "You didn't have to do that." She looked down. "You didn't have to save me. Twice." There was a quiet pause. "Guess we're even then," he said softly. She laughed through tears. "Not even close." A week later, a letter arrived at the diner addressed to her. Inside was a photo, the Iron Saints standing beside a rebuilt playground with a handwritten note. "For the kids in this town. Thought maybe they deserved a safe place too. Thanks for reminding us what kindness looks like. Logan and the Saints." Emily's hands trembled as she read it. Tears welled in her eyes, happy tears this time. She framed that note and hung it near the register, where everyone could see. Months passed, and one day, a group of kids came in for milkshakes. She watched them laugh and realized something profound. Kindness doesn't always come wrapped in suits or smiles. Sometimes, it rides in on roaring engines and black leather, carrying hearts made of gold. That night, Emily whispered a prayer of gratitude, for strangers who became protectors, and for a world that still had good men in it. Red Heart Call to Action. If this story touched your heart, remind someone that kindness can wear any face, even one hidden behind a helmet. Backhand index pointing right, like, share, and subscribe for more real stories of courage, compassion, and unexpected heroes.